expression. I've never tried such an expression. Let's see how this goes. And I won't be talking much otherwise, unless someone joins the chat and has a conversation with me. Other than that, I'll be just focused on sculpting. I don't remember the origin of Black Batman who laughs. I think something. It was a mix of him and Joker, maybe. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, we have to sculpt him. I just love the character design of this character. It's just too good, too good. The Batman who laughs. And it's only after I read this name of this character that I realized, yeah, Batman never laughs. He's a very serious character. Okay, so we don't have to really make the eyes, but we still have to make the helmet thing, which shouldn't be much of a problem, actually. I'm just really concerned about the expression, because sculpting something with the neutral face, which I usually do, is a total different ball game than sculpting something that has expression. Because along with expression, you also need to know what else moves along with the mouth, along with the lips when a character is smiling. Because it's not just a smile, it's that your eyes squint a bit, your cheeks move up. Yeah, it's a lot changes. Facial animation is one of the hardest things in animation itself because of how many things move. Okay, we're off to a good start. Let's make the head a bit less wide. Okay, this is should I make the teeth separate? Yeah, probably I should. Let's just worry about the block out first. No, I do not practice my streams. This is the first time I'm attempting this. So you'll either see something good or you'll see me fail. Which either way is good because yeah, there's you have to be bad before you become good. It's totally okay to fail at art. Sometimes, some days are just not meant to be good. And it's totally okay. Let's add another sphere for the mouth area. I just want to keep it separate. Okay, so I have made too many teeth in comparison with the reference. But let's see how it goes. Ah, these are the canines, I think. Okay, let's see. What can we do about the this mask thing? I think I can just mask an area and we can make it a separate object. We can just polymodel it. It's not that complicated. Yeah, I think I'll just mask an area. It's going to be much quicker. Mask lasso. Let's go to the side view. I think we need more geometry. Or maybe I can just... nah. I don't think we need more geometry. Sharp, sharp, sharpen mask. Sharp, 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 sharp. Mask. Extract. Okay. I want to sharpen this. Okay. Now we need to make his bat ears. Yeah. Solidify 1, 0.1. Okay, let's wrap this around his head. If your mesh acts funny, just try to apply the transform, because sometimes when you scale an object, it doesn't really work. And now it's working fine. Hmm. Edit mode. Have you heard of Pure Ref? Yes, I actually have it on my other monitor. very habitual of having two separate monitors, and it's much easier for me to look from the other monitor. It also refreshes my memory. Yeah, I just keep this image over here so that the person who joins can see what I'm sculpting, what I'm making. You want neutral look, you could you normal Batman and then modify the expression? You could. You mean if I want to sculpt a neutral looking Batman? I didn't really get the question. Unfortunately, I'm just starting out, still playing with the isometric houses. Oh, I used to love doing isometric environments as well. They're really fun. Have you learned how to rig them as well? Uh, I've been rigging characters, but I use Maya for that. I've started learning Blender just so that I can learn how to sculpt. So yeah, I know how to rig them, but I don't know how to rig them in Blender. I can rig them in Maya. Make instances real. Apply geometry to mesh. Why didn't it copy? I'm trying to deselect this. Alright, done. Why do they disappear? Okay, let me just do this manually. Oh my god, please work. Why aren't you working? Okay, finally. Finally. What's this? Could you make a top 10 Blender add-on of modeling faces? I don't model faces, I just sculpt them. And I can't really make a top 10 because, to be honest, I haven't even tried 10 add-ons. I think the default Blender is pretty good to make faces. Let's make a texture brush. Musgrave size. Oh, I think my mic was muted. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't really understand what you meant by wiki, but yeah, I do love the idea of using AI images as references. It's a really good method to train something and also to get quick references of whatever you're trying to sculpt. Though some artists might disagree, they are really against AI. I really don't know why. But at the end of the day, I think it's just a tool that you should utilize. You should add it in your workflow. It really helps. It really helps. Like I have used AI before for references and it works. It works. It's a really good idea to do that. Yeah, hello Vishesh, how are you? Might want to think about adding in some music, no copyright, of course. When paperback books came out, they preached that it would be the end to books. Yeah. And when calculators came out, it wasn't the end of mathematicians. Like, we still have mathematicians, we still have scientists. I think there's always going to be a need for human touch, no matter what. And at the end of the day, they are just tools. Like, if you use them, good for you. If you don't, you'll be left behind. Now I have to apply this. Yeah. What do you think about Blender 4.2 new versions? I still haven't tried Blender 4.0. Mine is 3.67 LTS, and I'm really afraid to try using the 4.0 version. I still haven't tried it. Like has been working good enough for me, and I don't think I'll be switching anytime soon either. Like if it's not broken, just keep using it. The early releases are always gonna be buggy. They're quite buggy. So yeah, I'll just wait for 4. LTS something, and then I'll switch. But until then, yeah, this is working fine. This is working good enough. I never missed any feature, I think. That I thought, oh, okay, I think I should upgrade now. That has never happened. Have you tried it? How's it been going for you? Do you think it's worth it? Okay, this is looking nice. The wrinkles on the head. Oh, I think I can just paint in the buckles. It's going to be much easier. Hi, Sculpt is looking good. Yes, thank you, Ojo. I loved the desert girl that you made recently. I checked it out. It was a very unique workflow. I just loved it. I've never seen anyone sculpt this way before. It was really interesting. Great work, bro. No, not now. Yeah, same. I haven't tried it yet, and I don't think I will soon. When I feel that okay, I'm missing out some features, maybe then is when I'd consider. Like I always have these comfort things. Even if I go to a restaurant and there's a food that I like, it just becomes my comfort food. I won't try anything else because I know this works. This is good. So I'll just keep trying that. Yeah, I think this is pretty good considering we have only spent 40 minutes on this. I think I'll just work a bit more and then I'll stop the stream. Oh, I like this. I really like this. Maybe let's add one here as well. Why not? What's this? Why do we have holes? Okay, let's undo. Oh boy, why am I getting these holes? Amazing, brother. Thank you. I think I'll just keep the holes in. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting these. I think it's because I don't have enough thickness on this. Yeah, remesh doesn't work if you don't have thickness. And let's just keep it in. We're just practicing, so it's good enough. Okay, it's hanging now. So let me save before I mess something up. Put some metal pieces in there. Turn them into a belt. Yeah, I should. But then I'll have to add materials. I'll also have to render. And it's going to take a lot of time. Right now, we're just in the viewport mode. Okay, this is looking nice, actually. Let's add one more here. I'll definitely do that when I'm doing a final sculpture. Something for portfolio. This is just for practice. Let's add over here as well. think I should make his face more dirty. Let's make this red more saturated. Okay, not bad. I think we can add some details over here. Why? Oh, it's empty. Okay. I think we can bridge this. Yeah. And the topology really doesn't matter because here we go. We just remeshed. Okay, now I think I can combine these as well. Let's combine these. Nice. Okay, so it's working now. I think I can use the same texture brush to add some variety over here. Stroke, let's change this to anchored. Let's see. No, this is too sharp. Let's go here. Can I duplicate this? Yeah, I can duplicate this. Okay, so we duplicated it. I think I'm gonna turn the whites to gray. It doesn't really affect the mesh. Mm, mm, hmm. Okay, I think this works. Its size 0.1. Okay, let's fake some specular. How do you look at the reference when you have to make something? Your perspective of looking. You mean, oh, you mean how do I study the reference? I think I should add some blood. Yeah. Studying the reference is all about observing it. So I know as a child you've probably played the game. It used to be on magazines, used to be on newspaper. But you have to see the differences. Okay, you have to identify the differences in this image, in image A and image B. So looking at your reference is basically the same thing. Like for example, if I look at my reference over here right now, I can straight away notice that the smile isn't exactly the same. Okay, I'm reading the shapes. Let me show it here. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm reading the shapes. So I see a shape like this over here. Okay, don't really mind my drawing. I see the shape, but in my reference it's very flat. Okay, if I want something like this, like the reference, then the corners, they need to go up. Okay, and now I think I have something similar. So studying a reference is all about observing it. You look at the angles. For example, I see that the chin over here, it's much narrower, whereas my chin is very wide. So if I want to make it like the reference, then I have to push this in. Let's turn on symmetry here as well. So it's all about observing a reference. Your reference is basically your answer sheet. Like just imagine you're sitting in an exam and you're given the answer sheet. Your reference is the answer sheet. And it's totally okay if you're off your reference, if you how to say, yeah, if your sculpt is inaccurate, like you can always refer back to your reference, you can always compare things, you can move things around, try to make it as close as your reference. It can take a long time, like you can get lucky sometimes. Like likeness sculpts, people who make likeness sculpts, they take a lot of time perfecting. They just look at the reference, they even trace it sometimes. So even if you trace it, it's totally okay. But yeah, reference is all about observing your art. You have to look at the reference and then sculpt. Like a common mistake that I used to do was I used to sculpt first or draw first and then look at the reference, which is a pretty bad idea. So yeah, just try to find relationships between your reference. And to be honest, what really helps me is that I've studied the facial anatomy, I've studied the features of the face a lot. So when I look at a reference, I can basically identify the things. I can identify, okay, here's the cheekbone, here's the jaw, here this is where the teeth is gonna be. So it's much easier that way if you have some knowledge as well. So if you look at the reference and then you make a good sculpture, then you have good eyes. But if you have knowledge of anatomy, of facial features, then you can actually study the reference. You just look at it and then you pick it up. Okay, this is what I have to do. You could make a serious career making VTuber model. What's VTuber? I've heard of it a lot, but I don't know what it is. I think this is pretty good for an hour. So yeah, I'll just wait for a few more questions and then I'll leave. Oh boy. Yeah, join my Discord. Let's have a chat. There's a link in the description. I would love to know more about it. How do you pick reference for sculpting? I like to browse Pinterest when I'm looking for a reference, and then whatever attracts me, I just try to sculpt that. There's no fixed rule. Whatever I find cool, I just try to sculpt it. I think I'll actually show you. So let me just show you instead. It's gonna make more sense that way. I have a library of inspirations that I have, and then whenever I have time, whenever I want to sculpt something, I just open that album and then I just pick a random reference from there. Or if I just find something cool, then I just sculpt that. Okay, I think we can call this a day. Let me show you. Okay, Pinterest. Okay, so I have separate Pinterest accounts because I don't like to mix my references. I have a lot of characters over here. Let me show you. Yeah, see? So this Pinterest is optimized to get references. So whenever I look at something cool, I just mark it over here. I just save it in the characters folder. Oh, this is really cool. I'm getting inspirations for my future sculpts. So yeah, let me show you. I have this board over here. So I have this library of characters whenever I want to sculpt. I recently made this character. I think, let me show you a screenshot of this. Yeah, right here. See? So I just save these references, then whenever I have time, I sculpt them. I made this as well. Now where's this one? All art, photos, sculpt, where is it? Yeah, here. I made something inspired by that reference. So I just have this unlimited options to choose from whenever I want to sculpt something. I used to save a lot of stylized characters, but I don't do them anymore because I feel that you need to have a good grip on real life anatomy before you dive into stylized things. So yeah, that is what I'm practicing. I've made a course on head sculpting, but I'm practicing anatomy now, and every here and then I just sculpt a character. Now this is a part of the weekly challenges that I have on my Discord server, and I'm just making something. I'm just completing the challenge, this week's challenge. Think of, instead of seeing your face, you instead used one of your models. You can even use tracking software to make the mouth open. When your mouth moves, you can even track eyes. Oh, interesting. So VTuber is like a virtual avatar, is it? So if someone buys my VTuber model, he basically buys an avatar for himself. Yes. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll go check it out. I think this is good. Let me just add some whites on this cloth thingy. And then we'll just call it a day. Just turn off symmetry. Nice. Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. I think this is it. This is good enough. I'll just wait for a few more questions and then I'll be leaving in 5 minutes, 5-ish minutes. If you have any questions, just fire away. Or if you just want to say anything, I'd love to hear from you. If you want to join my Discord community, you can check the link in the description. We have weekly calls every week where we discuss productivity, where we discuss practice. If you feel like you're not consistent with your practice, you can't practice. Yeah, we discuss all those things over there. You make it look easy. You just practice this enough and then it's going to be easy for you as well. Let me show you my first ever sculpt. This is where I started a few months ago. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So this is what I sculpted a few months ago. And then I've been practicing ever since. I've been sculpting a day head every day. This is my progression. I've been sculpting, practicing every day, every day. Just sculpting a lot of heads, a lot of heads. And in between, some days were good, some days were really bad. Like this female, she's so not the prettiest female. But yeah, as you practice, it gets better and better and better. What's important is not practicing. What's important is deliberate practicing. So you need to sculpt, you need to make art every day, and then you need to analyze your mistakes, things that you are doing wrong, figure them out, and then in your next practice session, you want to improve them. So sculpting 100 heads is not going to make you better. What's going to make you better is just sculpting one head and then analyzing those mistakes and then fixing them the next time. So yeah, if you deliberate practice every day, yeah, it's going to be easy for you. I documented the entire journey. There were a lot of days when I even skipped. I raged quit the projects because I couldn't do it. It got frustrating. But yeah, if you keep practicing, if you keep learning, it just becomes easy. Okay, I guess that's it then. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining in. It was a pleasure seeing you around. Just subscribe. Thank you. I would love to see you around. Goodbye. Take care.